Hello YouTube communicators. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to comfort a friend or a family member or a colleague who's suffering, who's upset, who's in need of your comfort. In the last video, I talked about what empathy is in general, but in this video, I'm going to tell you specifically what to say in order to give someone the kind of emotional support and comfort they need when they're really in a bad place. I'm Bruce Lambert from howcommunicationworks.com, so let's get started. So we all have friends that suffer, that are upset. They may have all sorts of things. They may be sick. They may have gotten a bad diagnosis. They may have had a death in their family. They may have a bad career outcome. They may have gone through a breakup. All sorts of the bad stuff that just happens every day. They could have just had a bad day in traffic. But in any of those cases, to be a good friend, we want to be able to comfort people. And there's some specific things that research in social science has shown are better than others in terms of comforting people. And I want to go through them step by step. So the first thing you want to do is just express a desire to help. Tell your friend that you want to help. It's not always clear. Just say, I really want to help you get through this. You know, that can be helpful. Express positive regard for the other person, meaning tell them that you like them. They may be feeling really down about themselves, so you just want to tell them good things about themselves. That, you know, I care about you so much, or I love you so much. I'm just so concerned about you. You're such a good and kind person. Express concern, care, and interest. So this is just more of the same. Just make sure they know, you know, I'm really interested in what's happening to you. I can see that you're troubled. I'm so concerned about you, and you know how much I care about you. Tell them that you're available. Being present is such a big part of comforting people. So you want to just come out and say, I'm here for you. If you need to talk, I'm here for you. You can call me, you can text me, you can come on over, whatever you want. I'm here, I'm available if you need someone to talk to. You want to express sort of solidarity with the other person also. Let them know that they're not going to go through this alone. I sometimes tell my kids or people that I care about that, you know, I can't control the weather. I can't control the seas. The seas might be very stormy, but you're not in that boat alone. We're in the boat together. And I think that hearing that a close friend or family member, someone that loves you, is in it with you can really make a person feel better. And then, of course, just express acknowledgement, comprehension, and so on, and condolence for the bad things that are happening. So this is just really as simple as saying, I'm so sorry for what's happening to you. I know how much this meant to you. I know how much you loved that person. I know how much the relationship meant to you. I know how much that promotion meant to you. So just simply acknowledging the depth of the pain and sorrow that your friend or family member is experiencing is really comforting. The next main thing you want to do is legitimize the other person's feelings. This means telling them that their feelings are okay. Because a lot of times when we're upset, we're actually not sure that we have the right to be upset. We always question whether maybe our feelings aren't valid. So it's so useful and comforting when people tell us that our feelings are okay. So we want to say that, you know, the other person's feelings, your friend's feelings are reasonable, they're normal, they're appropriate. So you can say something like, of course you're frightened. Anyone would be in this situation. This is a really scary situation. Acknowledge their plight or their circumstances. So you can talk about the bad thing that happened and give them acknowledgement. So something like, oh, it totally sucks to work so hard and so long towards a goal and then not be able to achieve it. Absolve them of blame. People might feel like it's their fault that this bad thing happened to them, that they're somehow to blame for their own bad circumstances. And I guess sometimes they might be, but when we're comforting someone, we don't want to say that to them. We want to sort of absolve them of blame and say, well, you didn't do anything to deserve this. There's no reason for you to feel bad or guilty about how you're reacting. It's not your fault. Reassure the person that it's okay to express their feelings. One of the sort of mechanisms by which we comfort people is creating a space for them to express their feelings. And so one of the things we really want to do is let them know it's okay to express their feelings. Many of us are taught that some feelings are good and some feelings are bad, that some feelings are okay to express and some feelings need to be kept to ourselves or bottled up, not expressed at all. But when we comfort someone, we want to let them know that's not true. They can express any emotion that they want. So we say things like, there are no right or wrong feelings. We can't control how we feel. No matter what you're feeling, it's okay with me. I'll still love you. I won't judge you. The other sort of mechanism by which we comfort people, the actual way that the comforting works, is that we allow people to reappraise their own situation. One of the ways we do that is by encouraging them to elaborate on their feelings and tell the story behind their feelings. Why are they feeling the way they are? And this can help people come to terms with their own feelings and even understand their own feelings. Just because our feelings are our own and we feel them viscerally, it doesn't mean we always understand our own feelings. Sometimes we need to have a conversation with a close friend before we even know what we're feeling. So if you're that close friend, you want to encourage people to elaborate on their feelings and tell us the story behind them. So you just say things like, can you tell me how you've been feeling? I'm just so interested to learn how you've been feeling. Ask open-ended questions about the particular feelings. How have those feelings of anxiety been? Has that gotten worse, or are you feeling better? Are you still as sad as you were last time we talked? Things like that. Well, that's a closed-ended question. You could say something like, how are you feeling since we talked? How are those feelings of sadness? What's the worst part about what you're going through now? One thing you can do, and this is sort of a common bit of advice we get about comforting people, is to reflect and restate what you hear. If you do nothing else, this strategy alone can be incredibly powerful. To simply observe what people are telling you, observe how they're holding themselves, observe their nonverbal behavior, and listen closely to what they say, and just reflect it back to them. And this lets them know you're hearing them, lets them know you're paying attention, and this alone can be comforting. So you can say something like, from what I can tell, you're still really sad about the end of that relationship, and you're not sure how you're ever going to get over it. And you can say this even after they just finished saying, I'm so sad, I don't think I'm ever going to get over it. And then you just reflect back. And if you do it sincerely, it won't sound like a tactic. It won't sound like a trick or a game. People will really feel heard, in my experience at least. Another way we can encourage elaboration is to offer hypotheses about how the person might be feeling. So people don't know necessarily how they're feeling or why they're feeling that way. So we can explore it with them. And this is a really sincere and friendly and comforting thing to do. So we can say something like, could it be you feel guilty that you didn't do more to help your friend when she was sick? This is a way of exploring with your friend the way they might be feeling, why they're feeling so upset. And you could be wrong. And of course, if you are wrong, your friend will tell you, and you say, oh, I got that wrong, didn't I? I thought you were feeling that way. And they won't blame you if you're sincere and authentic in your expressions. And of course, just use what communication theorists call back channel cues, which is just say stuff, yeah, mm-hmm, oh, mm-hmm, yeah. This is just to let them know you're still present, you're still listening. You can also ask open-ended questions about the problem, but you don't want the person to feel like you're interrogating them. You don't want to give them the third degree. So you just say, well, what happened next? Or how did that make you feel? Or something like, what's been the hardest part of this whole situation? All of these are inviting elaboration. You want them to tell their story. You want to listen attentively and affirm them. Affirm your concern for them. Affirm that you've heard what they say. Explore the feelings with them and give them a chance to figure it out on their own. So that's it. Those are some simple tips what to actually say in order to comfort people. If you like this kind of video, then hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you're notified next time I put out a video. And most of all, go down below and leave me a comment. This is a new channel. I'm still figuring out what you want to hear about most and what you want to learn about most. So your comments are just enormously important and useful to me. So go down below and tell me what you liked about this video, or what you disliked, what you agreed with, what you disagreed with, how you comfort your friends, and so on. And please take these techniques and try them with your own friends and family. Come on back and let me know how they work. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.